Hi everyone, today I want to teach you the only revision method that you'll need to memorise all of the information for your GCSEs. I appreciate that that is a really bold claim, but the reason that I am so confident is not only is this method backed by scientific research, as a physicist, very important, it's also backed up by my 5 years teaching at a top academic school in the UK. Honestly, the most important reason is not to brag, but this is the method that I used myself to get 9A stars in my GCSEs. Not to brag, definitely a brag. Anyway, if I can get those results, you absolutely can too. Let's get into it. This technique applies to literally every subject, but I'm going to use my favourite subject to model it, physics. I can literally feel some of you rolling your eyes at me, but I'm a physics teacher. So the topic is Hooke's law. Relax, you don't need to know anything about Hooke's law to be able to understand what I'm about to share with you. Step 1, prepare. Grab a sheet of A3 paper, grab some pens and grab your notes and set a timer on your phone for 10 minutes. If you are looking for some amazing free revision notes, check out my site followthescience.co.uk in the description below. Step 2, recall and transfer. Use your notes to write out all of the information that you need to learn about this topic. But there is a caveat for this step. Mindless copying is no good to anybody. Make sure that you engage your brain as you do this. This whole technique has to be active, not passive. That's why it's so successful. A trick to help you make sure that your brain is engaged throughout this step is to follow my golden rule. Don't write anything down that you don't understand. That means that you have to be constantly checking in the information as you transfer it. Everybody's brain works differently, and I'm not an artist, but I do find that colours help me to learn. If that resonates with you too, then grab yourself your highlighters and let them loose on the page. Right. See you in 10 minutes. So this took me 10 minutes. As you can see, my notes are really spaced out, easy to read, and I've used colours to break it into different sections. Step 3, memorise. It's time for you to memorise that information. So set your timer on your phone again for 10 minutes and get to work. It helps at this point for you to try and find links between things on your page and to help use that and the colours to aid your memory further. Step 4, forget. Now this is everybody's favourite step, and it is the only step where you let your brain relax. You've literally got 10 minutes to do whatever you want, but let's be honest, most of us will spend the 10 minutes sat on our phone scrolling. And the best part about this is it is totally guilt-free scrolling, because you literally need those 10 minutes for your brain to have a chance to forget everything. Step 5, blurt. Now, grab yourself a piece of scrap paper. This is the step where if you're messy like me, then you will be in your element. If you're neat, then you might have to abandon that, because at this step, you've got 5 minutes to try and recreate everything that was on that A3 sheet from memory. So you need to do it with a sense of urgency, you need to keep your brain engaged, and you need to use that idea we were doing in Memorise of where things are on the page to try and help you to fill in any gaps. It's important to remember only you need to be able to read this page. So make sure you're focusing on content, not aesthetics, as I did, clearly. Step 6, check. Grab your original copy and check everything that you blurted out onto that page. Make sure here that you even check things that you were confident on, and take note of any of the things that you forgot or misremembered. Time for my 2 tips that will supercharge this method. My first tip is how to use this method, and it's based on a principle that the scientists call spacing. Basically does what it says on the tin, doing your revision and re-revising at spaced intervals. So you take the same A3 sheet and you repeat step 5 blurting and step 6 checking a couple of days later. And then you take the same sheet and you repeat those steps a week later. And then you take the same sheet and you repeat those steps a few weeks or a month later. This will help mitigate effects of the infamous forgetting curve. Basically, your brain's really good at draining information that you've just learnt. So by doing it at spaced intervals, you're learning it in a way that will make it stick. Tip number 2 is miscellaneous sheets. You need to get all of that information that you forgot or misremembered and transfer it to another A3 sheet, like I've started to do with the Hooke's Law topic here. Once you've completed several other topics, you will have filled a miscellaneous sheet. These sheets are absolute gold dust. That's because they specifically target those areas of weakness. So use them like any of your other sheets and watch your grades improve. Remember to check out those links in the description below. Are full of free resources that you can use to revolutionize your revision. Thanks for watching.